Hey everyone, and welcome back to Walks and Wall Street. On today's neighborhood walking tour in New York City, we are going to be exploring the Carroll Gardens neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York. We are currently standing on this corner of Smith Street. We're going to be walking all the way down to downtown Brooklyn. We'll be able to see the brand new Dime Savings Bank new development, and maybe even Atlantic Terminal Brooklyn as we walk down. Now, I thought I would quickly film this walking tour. I did just get done with a showing. So if you're looking to buy, rent, or sell in Brooklyn, New York, or anywhere in New York City, please feel to reach out to us at the Kirsten Jordan team at Douglas Elliman. So let's get started. You know, you can actually see the top of the brand new development at the Dimes Savings Bank in the distance. You have a really nice coffee shop to the left, a pizza spot to the right, and you also have subway access to the F and G trains at Carroll Street subway station. You also have an additional entrance for the F and the G trains across the street. You have the public school here on the corner to the left. You have a really nice delicatessen, a laundromat, an insurance place, another pizza place, and this brand new cookie place called Chip City. Now, all within a 2-block radius, approaching Carroll Street, we've seen 3 coffee shops back to back to back. We'll try to cross over and get a look at this one. And you know what? All the way in the distance, you could see the Verrazano Bridge. I just noticed that. This is called Hungry Ghost Coffee. This is Coffee, Food, and Plants. Lots of nice shops, cafes. I'd say Carroll Gardens really gives off a more of a community feel. Really feels like you're part of a community living in an actual neighborhood. Very different to the tours we give in Midtown Manhattan. Here's the Carroll Street station again for the F and the G trains.
Okay, and I think you're in, so go to some of the
Now, the further southbound we walk, or I should say northbound, headed towards the city, you're going to see really nice views of Lower Manhattan. The further we walk down, you have another pizzeria, Smith Street Pizza. I think this is the second pizzeria we've seen so far. Now, if you make a right, that'll take you all the way to Prospect Park, which is the largest park in Brooklyn. Once again, a lot of these beautiful townhouses here in Brooklyn with the original brick facades. You'll see all of the beautiful tree-lined streets here with all those original brownstones. This is one of the things I love about these particular neighborhoods of Brooklyn. Kind of a very similar feel to some of the side streets on the Upper West Side. You're going to get a really, really nice canopy, which makes the streets very shady in the summer. Kind of cools it off, right? On some of the hottest days in New York City we have here in the summer, places like Canal Street tend to be the hottest in temperature, mainly because they don't have any trees. Nice outdoor dining shops here with the original pre-war buildings. This is a wing place. It says Wing Bar. Smells good. This is a ramen shop, Botan Ramen. This is Douglas Street. You have a nice local bookstore here. It's called Books Are Magic, right on the corner of Butler Street and Smith Street. On the corner of Baltic Street, you'll see Smith Street Bagels, which is a really, really good bagel shop. It's one of my favorites in Brooklyn. My favorite bagel shop is actually in Red Hook. No, not Red Hook. Greenpoint, excuse me. Smith Street Bagels, hand-rolled bagels on premise. And this is a nice grocery store. It's called Dumbo Market. Deli, dairy, meats, frozen grocery, and produce. Now think about where we just walked for a moment. We've probably walked about 6 blocks now. And on the span of this 6-block walk, we've seen bagel shops, we've seen Italian restaurants, pizza shops, coffee shops, espresso bars, a chicken wing place, a grocery store. There's everything you would pretty much want and need, all within a 6-block radius from the subway station, where you can get the F and the G train. This is a dim sum place. Seems like a pretty good neighborhood to move to if you're thinking about getting out of the big city, right? Maybe you only have to go into the office in Manhattan 2 or 3 days a week, and you want something a little bit more quiet, something a little bit more secluded. I think Carroll Gardens is a pretty interesting neighborhood for that. Look at this. This is Brick Oven Pizza at 195 Smith Street. I love the facade of the building. And we're walking towards downtown Brooklyn. You'll see this foot traffic will start to pick up as we get closer to downtown Brooklyn. This is Warren Street. And you also have a city bike station to the right. This is the Bergen Street subway station where you can get the F and the G trains. The F train will take you into Manhattan. Then you have your city bikes right across the street. This is a new Korean restaurant. This is Wyckoff Street, which reminds me of one of the most successful stock market operators of all time, Richard Wyckoff. Ooh, look at this. This is a cool butcher shop. The butcher shop and deli since 1960. You have dry aged beef. Wow, that looks really good. At 155 Smith Street, you have a brand new development going up. It'll probably be a duplex or a triplex apartments. They'll probably also build 2 retail spots on the ground floor. This is Brooklyn Bakery, 139 Smith Street. Okay, this is now the main Atlantic Avenue. See the brand new Dime Savings Bank development. Which are now ultra luxury condominiums. Now if you make a left, this will sort of meander your way towards the bike path onto the Brooklyn Bridge. But we are going to continue straight. You can tell it's sort of transitioning more of a big city vibe. When we were up in Carroll Gardens, it was more relaxed, kind of a neighborhood feel. You can kind of see the buildings getting a lot taller. It really feels like you're transitioning towards a big city, which downtown Brooklyn is getting bigger. The skyline is getting taller every year. This is New York City's Civil Court, Kings County. Brooklyn is Kings County after all. That's one thing you have to watch out for now in New York. There's a lot of the mopeds. I've never seen so many. Particularly in Manhattan, there's a lot of unregistered and unlicensed mopeds. Okay, this should be coming up on the J Street Metro Tech. In Fulton Mall. I think this bus is the B57. I believe that goes all the way to Red Hook. IKEA. But check out, this is a really nice view of the brand new Dimes Savings Bank Tower. It looks very, very unique. You know, a lot of New Yorkers have been kind of hit or miss on it. They think it looks like that main building from the Lord of the Rings movie, if you've seen it. All right. Try to get away from that. Yeah, so this is J Street Metrotech. You can get the AC or the F trains. The A train will run express all the way into Manhattan. I usually take that to 59th Street, Columbus Circle. It'll also go to 34th Street, Penn Station. You know, maybe we'll continue walking directly straight because this will run us all the way to the Brooklyn Bridge. One of the things the city's been doing a really good job of as of late is adding new and wider bike lanes, which I think is appropriate because there's been so many accidents and crashes involving cyclists that to have a dedicated space for them, I think is the right thing to do. Now, in a later walking tour, we will be walking over the Brooklyn Bridge. And one of the most important things to note about the Brooklyn Bridge is back in the day, all but 2 years ago, the pedestrian walking path used to be the exact same as the biking path. So you would have all the tourists, all of the walkers, all the pedestrians crowded on the bridge, and you'd have these cyclists that would be going way too fast, and it would be very dangerous. So the city, they actually sort of renegotiated the deal there. So they moved the dedicated bike lane to the lower level of the Brooklyn Bridge, and now the upper level, where it's very iconic, I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. The upper level of the Brooklyn Bridge is dedicated for pedestrians only, which is really nice, particularly if you're just visiting the city. This is City Tech. It is a CUNY school in the City University of New York City College of Technology. Now here in New York State, we have two sort of public education systems for the colleges and universities. We have SUNY, which is the acronym for State University of New York, and then you have CUNY, which is CUNY, that stands for the City University of New York. Okay, we should be fast approaching the Manhattan Bridge and the Brooklyn Bridge. This is J Street, one more shot of the brand new building here at City Tech. Okay, let's see if we could cross. All right.
Wait for me, like the train station.
Okay, this is High Street. Tons of traffic backed up on the bridge, although it is rush hour. It's approaching 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And this is the Manhattan Bridge. You can see the subway going over it right now. And if you loop right around this street and go all the way down, that'll run you into the Brooklyn Bridge. Now as we cut over this way, this will take us to Dumbo, Brooklyn. Maybe we'll shoot a narrated walking tour there next. There's a couple exciting new developments that I want to show you and introduce you all to. One of which being Olympia Dumbo, which is the newest and most exciting condominium development in Dumbo, Brooklyn, with amazing views of all of Lower Manhattan, the Brooklyn Bridge, and the Manhattan Bridge. But if you all enjoyed the walking tour today of Carroll Gardens all the way down to downtown Brooklyn and to the Manhattan Bridge, ending with an amazing view of One World Trade Center and the Brooklyn Bridge, feel free to leave a like on the video. And if you're thinking about moving to New York City, please email me and I'd be more than happy to help. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next walking tour.